Hi guys, Sai here to give a positive review, what feels like forever, for Creative Assembly's 2016 Warhammer masterpiece. It's no surprise that when you get leading industry veterans to clone their game and apply a Warhammer skin, you'll get a pristine product. What is really impressive, however, is the extra effort and detail that Creative Assembly went to make sure that this was a much needed Warhammer success story. It's rumoured in the beginning that Games Workshop were asking Sega to blend the Total War rule set with 8th edition Warhammer. Some of the earliest videos demonstrate some of the attributes, but by the time it was released, it seems that all these ideas were really stripped down to the system that already worked. On one hand, I think it's a shame that there isn't a bigger Warhammer influence in the game, and it's basically a Total War reskin game, but with some big additions. Characters, magic, and flyers were all new ideas that needed to be implemented, and Creative Assembly did a great job of it. It nearly feels like they ignored GW's instructions and did as they know best, which is ultimately a good thing. One of my favourite aspects of what they did was using the old world map. It's all very fluid, obvious and simple. Simple being one of the key components to making a vast and complex game move and play smoothly. In Total War, Rome, Shogun, Medieval, there is an over-complex religious tax and corruption system going on, genuinely quite tedious in terms of layers in the game. Warhammer Total War does away with all of that and just has your standing armies. Each province has one built-up town area that your faction will not necessarily be able to inhabit. Goblins and dwarves, for example, live under mountains, but humans do not. The battles themselves play out in grand fashion, and using the solid system in place, it feels very robust and fair. It's easy to control your units, and controlling a floating God's Eye camera is ideal and beautiful in the cinematic world of Warhammer. Total War Warhammer 1 and 2 are both completely compatible with each other too. Skeptics might think it's a bit of a money grab, but honestly, I think there's so many units and factions included, it's well worth the money. After all, this game is probably reaching a decade of development right now. As expected, the sound design is nothing short of perfection. Every facet is exactly as you imagine it should be. Depending on where you are in the battlefield, sound will be amplified the closer you are to it. There is some subtle humour in it with mad counts, rants, and as expected, cockney angry orcs. In total, the game is now only missing 4 races from its bulky catalogue, and I do hope that we see them arrive in the form of DLC, though Total War 3 could be on the cards just to finish it all off as a trilogy. Perhaps add Ogres, Tomb Kings, Chaos Dwarves, and the 4 Demonic Legions. That would be awesome if they wanted to finish up with the end time story too. Maybe add in different modes of play or some such. I'm sure whatever happens we won't be disappointed, and they'll continue to impress us. It's companies like Creative Assembly that should be trusted with their IP. I personally think it's a little insulting how many subpar rushed and reskin games have come out recently, all in the name of making money on the mobile market or loot box DLC model. I've always craved a true turn-based Warhammer game that was primarily based on the Warhammer rulebook system, but this game really has me rethinking what the fanbase wants. We want competent games that don't need to be fully original but must have a compatible overview. I'm thinking a Skyrim Warhammer or a Fallout 40k. This is one of Games Workshop's biggest and most expensive ventures into gaming, and it's obviously paid off financially and critically. I hope that this has sent a message somewhere down the line that the fans do respect the artistic quality of the end product. I personally think we've had enough passable and rubbish games, and I dread to think how many more negative reviews I'll be creating in the near future. I'll rate Total War Warhammer 1 and 2 together, as they are essentially the same incredible and compatible game, a 9 out of 10. Really well deserved, and the only thing I can sort of fault it on is a co-op campaign, which could have been more simultaneous. I've tried it with friends and it's very dull to wait for them to finish turns. Everyone's turn should be simultaneous. If that happens, then I'll score this a 10 out of 10. Maybe in Warhammer 3, fingers crossed. Anyway, thanks for watching, I'll see you next time around.